Hi, it's Erev Yom Kippur, and here's a thought, hopefully a chizuk for everyone. In Parshas B'Shalach, it is a very odd pasuk. I feel it's odd, and unfortunately, you don't see many people speak about it. It says when Paro was told that Klal Yisrael had fled, it says that he organized his army, and it says that he took 600 chariots of the choicest of the chariots, the best of the chariots, and then it says, and all the chariots of Egypt, all right, on top of it. So the question, and then in gathered the army, and he went after Klal Yisrael. So the question asks is, what's the difference between the 600? If you're going to take all of them, what difference does it make that I picked out the 600? What is the significance of 600 opposed to any other number, 599? What was either that he was trying to do something, or the significance that he had 600 that were the best, that it was on a certain level and all that? What do I need to know this for? What's the significance that there was 600 and he took all the rest? So, okay. In this week's Parshas Ha'zinu, Shabbos Shuvah, we read in a very interesting pasuk. We don't see in any of the Tochacha that relationship between 1 and 1,000, because in the Tochachas that were mentioned earlier, they use different ways to talk about how Hashem has turned us over to the Goyim, and that one would chase 100, and so it wasn't. You never saw this relationship, this correlation of 1 to 1,000, in all the other Tochachas. In Parshas Ha'zinu, there's an interesting pasuk that when it talks about it, it says in pasuk Lamed, Eicha Yirdov Echad Aleph, where would you see that one should chase 1,000? Shnayim, and 2 Yanusu Ribava, and 2 would chase a Ribava. Im lo, if it was not for the fact he suram micharam v'Hashem his giram, that it was that God sold you out and he forsook you, that God has left you, he sold you off, he is going with somebody else. So at the time Klal Yisrael left, there was 600,000 men. So therefore, you see a relationship of 1 chariot to 1,000 men, and you see this same relationship. It could be what Paro was trying to tell them is that your God's going to sell you out. And this is something that throughout the millennium, the non-Jews have been telling us, is that God forsook you, he traded you in for somebody else. And that's one of the things we say in the 13 Animamins, is that Lo Yamir, that Hashem is not going to change us for any other nation. We were chosen with this mission. We have this mission. He's guarding us. You see, even today, how miracles are being performed, even though that we're a small number in the world, we have such a great significance that the whole world focuses, that we have this tiny little strip of land. However, this is what the whole world is focused on and reacts to, is this little land that you can barely, when you look at a globe, barely make out the land that's currently occupied, Eretz Yisrael, opposed to all the other nations that are around them and everything. It's not even like England. It's an island where it kind of sticks out. It's so insignificant in terms of the size of it, and however, this is the focus of the entire world. All the 3 major religions focus on it, as they say, major religions, but it's just something that we see throughout the holidays. So this is the message that Paro was trying to tell us. And what Hashem responds to us is that that's what they're going to say, but it's all because this is the Yad Hashem, and Hashem is never going to forsake us. That's what they're going to look at, and that's the message that they're going to take from it. It's that you see, if 1 could chase 1,000, then that's what Paro was trying to tell them, is that I'm going to use 1 chariot to chase 1,000 of you, and therefore 600 is 600,000. I'm going to wipe you all out. And that's why it's interesting that is that in the Shira they talk about the Rechav. The focus is on Rechav, the driver, and the Rechav is in the Yam, and it's tossing in the Yam, and it makes a big deal about the chariots. So it could be that's the thing that Hashem is saying, that I'll never forget you. In this area, this Yom Kippur, we should daven and realize that no matter how we daven, we have that relationship. Hashem is waiting for us to just initiate more of the relationship in order that He can bring the ultimate goal. Have a great Shabbos.